Good morning, Steve Reed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Overnight beans and corn a little bit lower, Chicago wheat a little bit higher. Outside markets, stocks are higher, dollars higher, most commodities including crude are lower. We're looking at Argentina may have another of those soy dollar policies in December. That was negative to the futures here and also increased farmer selling there. Argentina should be seeing some rains over the next 7 to 8 days. Those showers will be in southern Brazil, better rains in the center-west parts of Brazil. Western Europe has got normal showers, while Eastern Europe and most of the Black Sea is dry. The second week shows some pretty cold temperatures for parts of Russia and Ukraine. Daily soybean meal sales picked up and were good yesterday in China. USDA announced 264 beans to China, 198 to unknown. Right now, the USDA is talking about increasing old crop world soybean stocks by 2.3 million tons, mostly China, Brazil, and Argentina. They carried that forward and increased 22-23 by 8 million tons. The question mark is South America. They continue to show 98 million tons of imports by China in 22-23. Some people feel that's maybe high. The USDA also for 22-23 is talking about an increase of 36 million tons of beans versus last year. U.S. corn export commitment continues to be down 53% from last year, while the USDA is only showing a drop of 13%. They basically did not address the U.S. corn export situation in the November crop report. Mexico is 30% of our corn exports, and yesterday the president said starting 2024 they will no longer import U.S. GMO corn. Brazil, Argentina is expected to see an increase of 13.5 million tons of corn production this year versus last year. The USDA and the European numbers still show possibly too high of a corn supply and too low of imports. Again, for the corn market, it's all about the Russian corridor, the Ukraine corridor, and supposedly is going to be meetings in Geneva on Friday to discuss opening the Ukraine corridor, which will be negative to our corn futures. Again, from a wheat perspective, the fact that UN, NATO is talking about dropping sanctions on a big Russian bank probably would increase their wheat exports and also increase their fertilizer exports, would be negative to the wheat market. And I think that was part of why we had such a steep drop yesterday in wheat prices. Argentina came out and said that their crop is only 11.8 million tons versus the USDA's 15.5. Exports might be only 5.5 versus the USDA's 10. They're still talking about Russia's wheat crop at 91 million tons. Most people are at 100 million tons. So it's CPI Thursday. We'll see what the numbers say, how the market reacts to that. We'll be watching the end result of the midterm elections and who controls the House and Senate. And overall, I think that the drop in demand for U.S. grain exports and a good South American crop is negative to futures.